you really don't trust me, come with a real. You here been a front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with a rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What was it?
It's a commercial for, looks like CoverGirl or something.
That's what your ads got you on?
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Something beautiful.
Oh,
Easy breezy, beautiful.
Easy breezy, beautiful.
What up, though? Easy breezy, and welcome back to Sleazy and Speezy on the Woodward Heavyweights live on Woodward Sports. Make sure you smash that like button for Easy, for Chase, for Chris. I am Spencer. Yeah. Little sicky dicky Nicky isn't here again. He's feeling better, though. He said he'll be back tomorrow. So, Chase filling in. We appreciate you filling in the sound booth, Sir Chase. Speaking of which, guys, we're putting together
a team.
God damn it, I'm in. You son of a bitch, I'm in. We're putting together a team, and your specific skill set is necessary. No, we're going to go to Monster Jam. Do you guys want to go to Monster Jam?
Oh, is that a thing?
That's what you were talking. That flyer, right?
Yeah.
You were talking about. Yeah, dude.
Oh, this is a real thing.
I'm down.
They just told me when I got in. Ryan,
next
Brady,
week, right?
Chase. No, it's what?
February 22nd.
February 22nd.
And 23rd.
February 22nd.
It's a Saturday,
In
Sunday
Ford
thing.
Field. It's only $25. You can bring B.
Can you say it in like the Monster Jam voice?
February 22nd, Monster Jam, Detroit at Ford Field.
I'm down.
This February 22nd, you'll never see bigger jams or more monsters. It's Monster Jam, the grave
I thought you were
digger.
talking about. I thought you were talking about the event that we're supposed to be doing next week. And I was like, Spencer, it's kind of rude to call them monsters.
What event are we
The
supposed to
little
do?
What about the wrestling event?
I was like, it's kind of rude to call them monsters.
No, those.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know? You didn't hear? Next week, what is it, Tuesday?
I think it is Tuesday.
Next week, Tuesday, we're live from Second Best. Or it's not Second Best. We're live from Hayes Social, and midget wrestling is happening.
Little monsters.
Yeah, you were sick. I forgot. That's the Little Monster Jam. But yeah, it's called Mini Mania. And so we might
Get the fuck out.
we might be doing the play-by-play as well.
Get out. That's like a dream of mine.
I know. I'm seeing they're doing. It's called Mini Mania. It's the Professional Midget Wrestling League is what it's called.
Okay.
So that's what they call themselves.
called.
So, and yeah, we're doing our show, just regular show live from there, and we also might do some play-by-play stuff.
No way.
I can't. You sick son of a bitch, dude! I want to do it so bad. You little animal. Like, oh, I can't wait. But yeah,
That's
Monster
what I thought you were
Jam.
referring to.
No, Jesus Christ, Chris. No, that is gonna be fun. But no, Monster
cannot
Jam,
wait.
like Monster Trucks, in Ford Field, February 22nd or 23rd, whatever day works best. It's only like $25.
Just get wasted with all the mini wrestlers afterward.
Yeah, dude.
But he's like a girl one. You try to,
I mean,
you know.
I'm excited. That's my crowd.
That is your crowd. I'm looking it up right now. This is dope.
Yeah, Stick sent the flyer in Slack.
Yeah, it's a couple days up in heavyweights.
Man, one of life's greatest mysteries. They're always so thick.
Okay, I did not know where you were going with that. What's one of life's greatest mysteries? Where do they come from? No, but they are unconsolably thick.
Got some trunks on them, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
it's like a schoolboy Q said it best. The onion in the pocket like a booty on a midget. So, you know, it's I'm excited, man. This should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Big heads too.
Who had Darnold as a fraud on that bingo card? Said G-Man DT.
I
Everyone
did.
and their fucking mom.
Yeah, Sammy Darnold choked yet again. We're going to get into that. We got a whole segment coming up next. But first things first. Easy,
Yes, sir.
do you have a minute to talk about my Lord and Savior, Cade Cunningham?
Yeah.
Because this man, Cade Cunningham, goes out there, puts up 36, 4 fouls in the first half, drops 18 in the third quarter, playing out of his mind. 50% from 3, 36 points. This is his third of 4 trips to Madison Square Garden, and 3 of the 4 he scored over 30 points. The other one he scored 29. Like, this guy is superstar Cade Cunningham. The All-Star stuff, we're done with that. That's a given. The All-NBA stuff, we're done with that. That's a given. He's entering first-team All-NBA and MVP consideration conversations. What he's doing is so impressive. Now that he's lost his Robin, Jaden Ivey's done. He's not playing. And they're still winning games. They're still performing. He's out there putting this team on his back, playing Luka ball, and playing it better than Luka. Like, this guy is out there making things happen. And I talk about you people out there, and yes, I mean you people that say, "Oh, I don't watch the NBA. I can't watch the NBA. It's just all foul baiting. Nobody plays defense." Let me introduce you to Cade Cunningham.
Yes.
A superstar who doesn't get foul calls, plays defense, and is a 3-tier elite level scorer. He can give it to you off the dribble, from the pull-up on the outside, mid-range, nasty, back-down turnarounds, and elite finishes around the bucket through contact and over bigger defenders. Cade Cunningham is what's great about the NBA. Cade Cunningham is what's beautiful when you watch basketball. It's truly poetry in motion. This man is playing at an elite level and needs to be recognized as such. He is playing as one of the 5 best players in the NBA right now. There is only 2, maybe 2 guards in the NBA that are playing better than Cade Cunningham is right now, and one of them is SGA, who gets 20 foul shots a game. Donovan Mitchell, SGA, Cade Cunningham. When you talk about the best guards in the NBA, it is those 3 and it is nobody else. This man has put himself in those conversations, and you need to respect him as such, because it is impressive what he's doing. Shout out to Malik Beasley, 6 of 8 from 3, gun for hire, and a big shout out to Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
Because Malik Beasley hit back-to-back threes to seal that game last night. And even more important than those threes going in were Tim Hardaway Jr. assisting them.
Who?
Tim Hardaway Jr. assisting them.
Passed up a shot.
Passed up a wide-open shot at the top of the key both times.
That's fucking wild.
Passing up good shots for great shots.
He wouldn't even do that when he played with Luka.
No. And it shows he is a veteran. He's bought in. JB Bickerstaff has these guys dialed in, playing great basketball, and those assists were extremely impressive for me, because Tim Hardaway Jr., like, he chucks, as he should. That's what he does. He's a shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Shooter, shoot. But he passed up 2 wide-open threes from at the top of the three-point circle to Malik Beasley, wide the fuck open.
His PS5
in the corner.
controller has 3 squares.
3 square buttons.
I guess 1X.
Yeah.
That we now know of. It used to be all shots.
And that's what I'm saying is so special about Cade, is the fact that he doesn't care how you win. Like, okay, take the Brooklyn game, for example. That was a game where he knew, okay, I don't need to be the guy to score 35 points in that. A guy like Trae Young would look at that as an opportunity to get 40 so that he could pad his stats and, for the end of the year. Cade is like, this is a game where I could conserve some energy myself, get my teammates involved, get them in a rhythm, get them going. He puts up assists. The Toronto game, we all know that's an inferior opponent. So Cade doesn't have to go out and score 30 in that game. Mm-hmm. He gets 17 assists. Like, he doesn't care how he wins. That's what's special about him. That's what separates him from a guy like Luka, from a guy like Trae, from some of these other guys. And Spencer, you brought up SGA, and this is something that I did in my hours of work that are going to go unnoticed and unappreciated today. So I'll bring it right here. Look at this. This is both their 4th season.
Yeah. Hours of work. I saw this on Twitter, too. You didn't make this graphic.
Yes, I did.
You're a piece of work.
I own StatHead
This guy,
basketball.
dude.
A little known fact about me, I own StatHead basketball research. But no, you see it. Like, I mean, this is a guy that's averaging just as many points, while averaging more rebounds and assists, shooting better from 3 and overall from the floor. Like, Cade Cunningham is doing special things. We have to reconsider it. I've had conversations before, and I didn't quite know if Cade was an MVP talent. I thought he was a number 1. I didn't know if he was going to ever be a guy that I could truly see winning an MVP. What I am seeing right now is a guy that I feel confident can win an MVP. The only asterisk in that is a guy by the name of Victor Wembanyama, who's a complete fucking alien.
Yeah.
But Cade Cunningham is a real deal MVP candidate, not just an all-star, not just an all-NBA player. He's playing fantastic, and he's playing the game the right way.
And
the NBA could have paired the 2 of them together.
Yeah, they could have.
That would have been game over.
And he is a humble superstar. He's not. He gets. You could see when he gets mad at the refs because when it's the third quarter and he's been getting slapped on the arms all game, and he finishes through Karl Anthony Towns with the
stares
layup
down the
over
refs.
him. He stares at the ref and he barks at him a little bit,
Yeah.
but he's not whining and screaming after every call. He doesn't get the calls
talking shit.
because he doesn't do that, but he deserves it because he plays big man basketball and he's blocking shots at the rim. He's taking on defenders outside on the perimeter. Your best ball handler, Cade's going to switch on to him. It's going to be Cade, Ron, or Asar that's going to guard him. And he's out there. He's taking the challenge, and he's living up to it. He's going bar for bar with your favorite player. He's going bar for bar with your favorite player's favorite player. You saw him do it with Anthony Edwards and Kevin Durant. That's 2 generations of "Oh, I love you" that Cade Cunningham dominated in this league.
And LeBron 2 weeks before that.
Yeah, it's beautiful to see, man. You called me a madman. Cade Cunningham is the most talented Detroit Piston since Isaiah Thomas. Book it.
It's fucking pleasant surprise. And I mean, throw F word in there. You guys know I hate to do that. You got kids in the car, but that's just how much
5 stars.
I love watching this basketball team. It's like this wasn't a thing just a few short months ago where you're looking forward to watching the Pistons. You used to not. They wouldn't want to watch them. And now they're contending and competing against actually good teams, like playoff caliber teams, to a point where I find myself asking is it fair to have expectations to win a playoff series?
Yes.
I'm excited to get in those conversations. Where's Cade belong in that? And it's I don't know yet. But I'm going to find out.
Knicks don't want to see us in the playoffs, I'll tell you that.
Walked into the trap, took over that trap.
Twice this year already.
And Isaiah Stewart.
Shout out
the
Beef Stew.
consistency on defense is mind-blowing.
He should be an all-NBA defensive player this year.
I mean, what the fuck? I mean,
He truly
I have
should
faith
be.
in Duran now because of that.
Yeah.
And he's been a little bit better too. Obviously, he's been
playing
not
harder.
what you
He's
want him to
playing
be.
harder. You like to see that.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I used to watch Drummond. But JB Bickerstaff, I think it's him. Mm-hmm. To make the defensive difference in guys like Isaiah Stewart.
100%.
But the consistency he's bringing on the defensive end is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, he's blocking Cat. And Cat's having a really good year. Mm-hmm. This Pistons
Big
team
bodega.
is just mind-blowing right now. And Chris, you put in the chat earlier, and I don't know if it's still on here or not, but could Trajan Langdon win Executive of the Year?
Yes. Yeah.
And it feels like such...
It is on there.
Yeah. But he's the favorite right now.
He should be.
And it's they didn't make any crazy moves. You just finally did competent fucking moves.
You brought in NBA players.
Yes.
Instead of Stanley Amudier and all these guys, we have Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Paul Reed.
I mean, how fucking
These are NBA
bad
players.
was Troy Weaver?
He's terrible.
It took that long. This is a 1, 2, 3 fucking fix. I mean, Isaiah Stewart, hats off again. That's probably something that
Beef,
no one
like I
saw
said,
coming,
Beef
but-
Stew should, if he stays healthy, he's going to be an all-NBA defensive player this year. He is that impressive when it comes to guarding on the perimeter, switching on the guards. Obviously, I don't know if he still does, but he's got one of the lowest field goal percentages allowed at the rim when he's the primary defender in the entire league. So, Beef Stew is... I see all these mock trades, and Beef Stew's always involved. I'm done. I was just 2 years ago, just last year.
Changed man.
Yeah, Beef Stew is an essential part of this team,
Keep
and
it
he
up.
should be a Piston for a long time.
I think another part of what makes him Executive of the Year favorite is the fact that it's JB. So we'll get to that more. But I love what this team is doing. You see it top to bottom. You're starting to see when you look across Detroit, Ford Field. You see what they got going on. You see some similarities here. It's not just us being prisoner of the moment. This is a real team that's doing real things, a real organization that's doing real things that we haven't seen in decades as Pistons fans. So I'm excited, man. How can you not be optimistic? I'm glad we can finally talk Pistons. Since I've gotten here at Woodward, it's been don't talk Pistons. And now we can finally talk Pistons.
We did
I love
for a
it.
little bit, and then last year happened.
Last year, we were not talking.
Last year, we grabbed the
rightfully
shovel.
so.
Yeah. And we knocked them out.
Because it would make you depressed. It would make me physically upset talking about the Pistons last year.
We had to take them behind the barn last year.
But this year, they're fun to watch, man. Last night was fun. It was down to the wire, back and forth. And what happens? Cade Cunningham, low dribble against Mikal Bridges, down deep into the clock, has the pick and roll, trying to get Brunson to switch on him. They double team, boom, kicks over to Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway Jr., the extra pass to Malik Beasley in the corner. Literally the same exact play twice in a row to seal the game.
The exact team that's supposed to be built to stop a guy like Cade Cunningham.
Yes.
With wings like Mikal and OG and tougher guards like Brunson, who's not a defensive force by any means, but he's a pesky guard and he's strong. And then you have a mobile big and cat. That is all the tools you need to stop a guy like Cade Cunningham. But they couldn't.
They couldn't. He's finishing over Karl Anthony Towns. He's finishing around Mikal Bridges. That third quarter, like, if you didn't watch the Pistons game last night, go watch the third quarter and you'll watch excellence. You'll watch almost perfection when it comes to what Cade Cunningham did in that third quarter.
He's just a smooth criminal.
Superstar shit, man. Superstar shit. Going into MSG and taking the soul of the Knicks. Twice now.
I'm not surprised by the Cade stuff. It's everything else around him falling into place, and it resulting in wins. That's what I'm blown away by.
That's what happens when you have a good front office now. When you have a good head coach. You've got a linear path of what is expectations and benchmarks that you need to hit. Starts from the top. And Trajan Langdon, hats off to you, sir. You've done a great job.
We get back. Talk about someone's not doing so great. Some guys. I got a good coach. I don't know if they're a star player. We'll get to it. Talk about Planet Fitness first.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can work out in a judgment-free atmosphere. Get a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month, or upgrade to Black Card to get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and all that good stuff. Planet Fitness, join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The Detroit Lions are in the playoff push.
Guys, I'm so freaking proud of you, man. That's the way to show up.
And Woodward Sports is your official, unofficial Lions network. Make sure you wake up every day with Wake Up Woodward, followed by Big D Energy, Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, and of course, the heavyweights. Detroit's #1 destination for all your grits and Lions coverage. Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
If you are tired of the same old Detroit sports merch, head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. They got new Detroit shirt designs out now. You see the grit Detroit football. We just talked about it. We need a grit basketball one because the way these Pistons are playing is very gritty as well. 2024 NFC North champions as well. Belt to ass. Go to woodwardsports.com. Click the shop button today and get the best Detroit sports merch in the game.
Merch. What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on Woodward Sports. Make sure you smash that like button. For Easy, for Chase, for Chris, I am Spencer. Shout out to Robbie Slopper Toppenheimer.
Good name.
Fire name.
Fire name. Robert Sloppy Toppenheimer.
That's fucking awesome.
Just renewed his membership for 2 months. He said, I think Stu should start. I love the network, by the way. We love you too, Robert Sloppy Toppenheimer. It's people like you that allow us to do what we do.
Absolutely.
It's a fun name to
It's
say.
it's the best name in the chat. Yeah, I mean, do you think Isaiah Stewart should start? I kind of like his role when
I
it
like
is.
the way it's working the way it is right now. He's getting enough minutes where he's like playing with the starters.
Yeah,
He's
and
playing
like he
big
closes a
time.
lot of games too.
Yeah. I think that's what matters most is who's closing.
Yep. I'm with that 100%. I think right now he's in the perfect role. And I think that's part of why he had issues in the past, not just the coaching, but also he was put in positions that weren't favorable. Now he is, and you're seeing him maximize it. So
And
if
I
it
think-
ain't broke, don't fix it.
And I think you need to have Jalen Duren on the floor with Cade Cunningham as much as possible. Like that's where you're going to get the maximum out of Jalen Duren is if Cade's on the floor. So
To go on one of those 2K things where like just the badge matchups. So
yeah,
attribute
like me and
points.
Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, like you and Marvin Bagley.
Lethal combo.
Larry Roberts in the Woodward Sports chat says I hit for 750 off of a unit off Bucks, Packers, Vikings losing a 3-leg parlay. Such a
Damn.
victorious feeling seeing them all lose, dude. Nice
That's
hit.
gotta be.
That's a good hit.
It'd take like 4 hours for that one to go down.
Speaking of which, dude, we don't. At least I don't do this very often. Because I don't really care after like my team's out or my team loses. I don't really care that much. But last night might have been the most successful and most fun I've had hate watching a team in my entire life.
Oh my God, Smitty.
It was beautiful, dude.
Yeah, last night, I literally went and found myself like a Minnesota Vikings fan chat.
He was crashing out, dog.
Did I send the video?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. Do you have it, Chris?
Oh,
I should have.
Oh, no. I don't know if I know. I'll send it. I don't know if I did. But yeah,
I think it's in leak proof.
I wanted to sit back, and I'll find it right now then. And I wanted to just enjoy every single moment of this. I fucking grew to hate the Minnesota Vikings fans. One Bar is probably one of the coolest like divisional like guest rivals we've had.
One Bar's the man.
And, like I'll stand on that. But like the Minnesota Vikings fan base, like absolute just like
the worst.
Knuckle dragging cousins is the way I describe it. Like they're just dumb.
They're pussy.
Ignorant. Pussy. They started half the dirty shit with Kirby Joseph, where we're talking about a little later today because he did a couple of interviews as well. But I didn't want to see another team lose more than I wanted the Minnesota Vikings to, and it was fucking glorious. I was in there as a fake little Minnesota fan. I was like, oh man, we should fire Kevin O'Connell. I was like, why did we sign Daniel Jones? We're not gonna play him.
Yeah.
Oh, this would be so much better if we had a white defensive coordinator. Just riling up the cousins. They're like,
yeah, get him out of here. I put some bait out there. I did a little bit of trolling last night as well. I had Grok make me an image of Sam Darnold working at McDonald's. And I said, put the fries in the bag. And then I had I put a picture of KOC, and I said 0 touchdowns in the last 6 quarters for Kevin O'Connell's offense. Should KOC be on the hot seat? Question mark.
Yeah.
Hashtag skull.
that's the kind of shit I was saying. And they would follow suit.
Yeah, Vikings fans are in my comments like, yeah, get him out of here, fire him after that performance for sure. I was like, dude, you guys are so stupid. Oh, I even got a couple Lions fans with it. But this was, like I said, when it comes to hate watching, that was probably the most satisfying that I can remember.
I'm sending that to you, Chris. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. And you kind of knew it too because we're aware of the Rams' defensive line. We had to play them last year in the playoffs, and they showed out. They sacked Sam Darnold nine times.
And I said it multiple
aggressively too. They were slamming on the fucking turf. Like, it was a beautiful sight to see.
For everybody that thought the Vikings were going to win, I said it multiple times over the past week. Like the Rams have a good defensive line. The Rams have good pass rushers. And they went out there and they proved me right. Like they were the Vikings obviously down Christian Darrisaw. They lost their other tackle in that game, but that was after like 6 sacks already. So you can't even really put anything on that. Sam Darnold was he was so shook. The man was seeing ghosts. They literally photocopied Aaron Glenn's game plan and did it, and had the same exact results.
Yeah, if
better results because they have more
healthy
talented,
bodies on defense.
healthy bodies on their defensive line.
And then Stafford too, just like because we already knew what it was. Like we do hate Matthew Stafford. We are Team Kirby Joseph, but like he's a bad man. You know, when the moment calls for it, and he was slicing and dicing them up. Like the Brian Flores had nothing in response.
Yeah, Brian Flores, this defensive genius who let up 27 last night, and then 31 against the Vikings, and then Kevin O'Connell in this high-powered offense with the best receiving core in NFL history, 9 points the past 2 weeks. Yeah. In the 2 most important games of the season, against the 2 teams that already beat you this year, against the only 2 teams that you played this year that are worth a shit, you scored 9 points in both of them and let up over 25 in both of them.
This is a guy they were saying there is better than Jared Goff.
Yep.
This is a guy they were saying was an MVP candidate. And anything else like beyond that, talking about re-sign him and stuff like that, like I would entertain. But just those type of conversations would drive me fucking crazy. It was all narrative. Because even in like on the national media outlets, on Good Morning Football, they're talking about is Sam Darnold the best quarterback in the NFC? I'm like, his numbers aren't better than Goff right now.
Nope.
Why are we having these type of conversations? Why are we pretending like this other shit isn't going on? I don't know. But you guys were all narrative, and it was all exposed last night. And I knew it was coming between the Rams defensive line and Matthew Stafford. So I found myself, cozied up, and I turned on a little Vikings content creator, and I waited for the crash out. And I was gifted myself.
I got this 3 can so we can just enjoy this.
Ball gets picked up by the Rams. They're going to run it in for a touchdown. You goddamn jokes! Jesus Christ! You don't want to be here! Why would you fucking show up? Why show up at all? You got the yips! You scared in the heart, Sam! Then tell your coaches, bro, I don't got it today. I can't do it. Bro, I'm scared. I'm seeing ghosts. Instead, you show up with a wide fucking open TJ Hawkinson on the left side.
And that's oh, he's still going.
It's, I mean,
Sam Darnold, get the fuck out!
You scared in the heart, Sam? He's not wrong either. Like, Sam Darnold was missing open receivers all over the place, just like he was against the Lions.
That was great.
every other play.
He was scared. He was scared for his life.
Like, it was. Sam Darnold definitely was not like great or good in the past 2 weeks, but he had no time at all last night. He was getting fucked.
Yeah.
And then it eventually turned into him being scared the entire way through.
And quick shout out to that guy, the Vikings guy. What's his name?
Realistic Randy, I think.
Realistic,
because I'm a new subscriber.
The thing that was funny. That was funny. The thing I hate the most about sports media, social media, like what we do, is the people that like pretend to live react to clips.
Yeah.
Like they like play the clips and like act like they're seeing them for the first time and are like,
Yeah.
oh, look at that is the cringiest, most
They're
annoying
ahead of
shit.
the call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the worst shit I've ever seen. That was an obvious, genuine reaction him watching that game. So
That
Shout out
was
to
awesome.
him.
hats
That
off
was
to him 'cause
entertaining.
that was fucking funny.
Well, dude, at first, I guess like he's been caught in a calm streak for like the past 2 years or whatever. And then he had apologized. I actually recorded him apologizing. He's like, I'm sorry. I promised myself I wasn't going to do that. But he didn't expect them to get their ass beat that bad.
Crash out?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess he don't do that too
Dude, we
often.
gotta
don't
get him on the
apologize,
show.
man. It's,
No,
it's sports.
That's what I was there for.
Yeah.
I would have been pissed if I didn't get that. But shout out to Realistic Randy. That's fucking awesome.
He still had time to throw. His average sack time was 4.5 seconds, Spenny, says G-Man DT. That's like he was holding on to the ball a lot.
He was.
Congrats, or shout out to the Rams for playing sticky coverage, but he was, even when he was getting the throw off, the Hawkinson touchdown was way behind him. He missed Naylor a couple times, way behind him and low.
I think I read
he was bad.
11 of 24 pressures came under 2.5 seconds. So there were some stats where he was just straight
They
to
were
it.
on his ass.
Yeah, they were on that ass. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Long time coming.
That was a big one.
That's everything these fat-faced, dumb motherfuckers are saying is going to happen to us. And you have to watch it unfold in real time against them. On the road, by the way, because I lost last week. So
Yeah.
Hey,
fucking awesome.
I got one person in my life. Shout out my homie Will Gill. I don't know how he is a West Coast person, but he is a Vikings fan. It doesn't make sense.
God.
He's a Kings and a Vikings fan.
So
he's just
many teams to pick
he's
from on the West
addicted
Coast.
He's addicted to losing, bro. Like, I don't get it. But he's a Vikings fan. So shout out to Will Gill. But we were talking, and he's still trying to get off the flex of this is the greatest rebuild season ever. And I'm like, I could give him that because he was even before the Lions game, he was like, get rid of Sam Darnold and start JJ, blah blah blah. This is just a rebuild season. Who cares? So I let him get that off. But that is the minority of the Vikings fan base. The minority 2 weeks ago, y'all wanted to give this man Sam Darnold anything. And now he's not worth a damn and you want him gone.
The only two teams that the Vikings beat that were worth a shit were the Seahawks and the Packers.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's Bears, Falcons, Cardinals, Bears, Titans, Colts, Jaguars, Jets, Niners, Giants, and Texans.
And Jordan Addison, the guy that's telling us better than Jameson Williams. 3 catches, 29 yards last night.
Yeah. So they beat 3 teams that were worth a shit. I'll put the Texans in that category too, even though the Texans were banged up.
The shout out to Damon Dice. He was in there with me last night too, with Realistic Randy. It was a great time. Had like 900 watching. He had a good stream.
That was funny. Shout out to
that
really.
was a
We should
great-
get him on the show.
We should, honestly. I was in the round with the cousins. I was like, oh, man. We
Yeah.
should fire KOC.
I saw when you said we should get a nice white defensive coordinator. That shit was so funny.
To be honest, that's shit I used to have to read in our chat about AG.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me, there's got to be cousins every fan base. Let's expose them. But,
Oh, man. That's good stuff. Yeah. That's good stuff. Let's go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the football team in the NFC North that actually kicks ass and is actually good.
You
and
scared in the heart, Sam.
That's the Detroit Lions. But first, Chase, can you tell us about Feldman?
Yeah, absolutely. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer with 18 locations. There's a Feldman Chevrolet in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class buying experience. They call it the Feldman Advantage. Catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet.
Injuries can't stop this train. Choo-choo.
Warriors, good win. Break it down.
Super Bowl or bust, baby, for our Detroit Lions. And Woodward Sports will be there all the way. Detroit's #1 Lions destination is Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Pre-game, Woodward and more. Yeah, it's the New Holland Brewing Company playoff pregame show every day. Watch Neil Rule or every game day. Neil Rule and Sean Belizean bring you the best Lions pregame show Sunday 1 to 3 on Woodward Sports live at Second Best Bar in Detroit. The latest injury reports, fantasy sits and starts, and the inside scoop on your Detroit Lions. Join us every Sunday. Home games live at Second Best Bar in Detroit, your official guide to Lions game day on Detroit Sports #1 network, Woodward Sports. Brought to you by Tangerine, Space Machine, Taller, your local long drink, Sabbath Coffee, Tullamore Irish Whiskey, and Les Stanford. But before you check out the pregame show, don't forget Woodward and Maine. Hey, Detroit, it's game day on Wake Up with Woodward and Maine, your source of all the insider information on your defending NFC North champions with your Detroit Lions. Get the insights from local media legend Terry Foster and rising star Matt Broder. Get ready, Detroit, every Sunday, 8 to 9. Woodward and Maine, brought to you by Tangerine, Space Machine, Taller, your local long drink, Sabbath Coffee, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey.
Can we play this?
No! 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 No!
Don't let me go, Murph. Don't let me go, Murph. That was all Vikings fans watch. Oh, man. Nothing sweet. Again, shout out to One Bar. Like, One Bar is our guy.
sure.
He's a cool, very cool guy.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like, just a nice guy. I would definitely drink beers with One Bar. But the Vikings Twitter fucking sucks, dude.
Oh, fucking stupid. Just dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb people. Dumb, ignorant, spineless, gutless, gross fucking people. And then the Packers fans, the arrogance of them too. They're both gone.
They're both gone.
Good fucking riddance. The stench, the stank, gone off my timeline, hopefully until fall. The whole 6 months. I'm praying for it.
I can't wait.
I'm praying for it. All that shit they were talking.
I hope Kevin O'Connell leaves them too.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Oh my god, that'd be so good. Because Kevin O'Connell's a good coach.
Trade Kevin O'Connell.
Trade Kevin O'Connell.
Get him out of there. Who do you think's gonna coach the Bears? Oh no.
What?
No, I don't
know.
say nothing. So I thought you were gonna say Ben.
It could be Ben.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's a definitely possibility. It very well could be Ben Johnson. I don't know. I don't know.
I think Mike McCarthy looks like a Chicago
Dude,
Bear.
if they hire Mike McCarthy, I'll be so fucking
He's a
happy.
mustache away from a Midwesterner.
He is.
Like
He's already got the eyes for
Actually,
it.
he's from,
I'll
he's
buy
from
him the plane
Pittsburgh.
He's got
ain't
the eyes for it.
he? Yeah, he does.
Dude looks like Mad Eye Moody sometimes.
Put a good mustache in that guy. He looks like a good Chicago Bears coach. Honestly, I think he would be a good coach for him.
I would love that.
I just think it's capped.
Yeah.
But he's a good coach. Hire him.
They would never finish
I'd pay
over
for the plane ticket. I'd pay for the plane ticket to get him to be the Bears coach.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, the fact that they're not like just doing what like Ryan Poles trying to turn his nose away from Ben Johnson was the craziest shit.
Just good shit, Bears. Don't hire Ben Johnson.
Keep it up.
Yeah, keep making Bears decisions. But we got a lot to talk about when it comes to the Detroit Lions. Which one do you want to do first?
Do you want to do the coach one since we just kind of talked about it?
Yeah, we can do the first one or the second one since we just kind of talked about Ben Johnson possibly being a candidate for the Bears. Adam Schefter has come out.
He's gay. Fine.
He's come out. He's come out. You know, all those Michigan fans eventually do. No, Adam Schefter's come out and he said that he expects Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn to both get jobs this coaching cycle.
Well, that's a job. Adam Schefter's come out.
Yeah, Adam Schefter has come out.
And by the way, Liza was the coordinator.
Very small print and said that. Do you expect them both to be gone next year?
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, I do too a little bit. Ben Johnson's the only one that I have hope for.
Like, it's a point where they've just garnered so much respect across the league. Like, look what happened last night in the Sam Darnold situation. It was a repeat of what worked for the Detroit Lions. Like, that was a winning formula passed on by Aaron Glenn. And it's the second time, not the second time, multiple times it's happened now. And yeah, unfortunately, like another organization is going to want to hire that. On top of that, with Aaron Glenn, just comes like as a leader of men. He holds that regard. You listen to it in his press conferences. He commands your attention at all times. Just the way he speaks. He commands the room. I think Aaron Glenn is built to be a head coach.
Me too.
Ben Johnson, there's questions there in terms of like head coach, because head coach is more than just being able to call the plays, and that is a big part of it. When you have a brilliant mind like him, like obviously you can bring in offensive success, but you still have to be a leader of men at the end of the day. I don't question that part of it at all with AG.
No.
With Ben, and this is not, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. He's done so much dirty shit here as offensive coordinator. I mean, all the hookers, drugs, like all the stuff.
Yeah, you know, they
People are
said,
scared to talk
remember
about
when that coach
notorious underwear streak hasn't changed in what, 2 years?
Remember when that coach in Miami got fired for ripping lines of cocaine on his desk?
Yeah.
Got it from Ben Johnson, allegedly.
Ben was in Miami.
They said Ben was the
Around the
plug
same time.
in Miami, allegedly.
Actually, I think I bought coke from Ben.
I bought coke from Ben too, and it was laced with fentanyl. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Spinny just survived.
Yeah, I'm just built different. Allegedly, Ben Johnson drives the wrong way down streets.
Yeah.
In Detroit. And he does it on purpose.
From Ben Johnson. It turned up as being a fucking his
Baking
gel
soda?
dandruff.
Oh,
yeah,
gross.
He's had a little baggie and he started itching his head and fucking collect in there.
Yeah.
It still worked. It was great stuff.
Yeah.
all from his gel. I don't know what this guy's eating.
Something good. Got you going.
No, but I think, I do think they're both gone.
Ben Johnson allegedly supplied Jake Bates with the bricks he was selling in Houston.
Ben Johnson allegedly supplied Diddy with
baby oil,
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
This can go deeper if you guys want to go deeper. I'm just saying that there's a whole fire thing that's going on that Ben's been involved in. We're gonna relax.
Speaking of
block
that,
the Suez Canal a couple years ago when that Suez Canal got blocked and it was like $14 billion.
Yeah, it was Ben Johnson. He turned that. He single-handedly spun that ship and blocked the Suez Canal.
I saw him swim away. I thought that was him.
Ben Johnson notoriously, allegedly, has a ring of porch pirates that he hires every Christmas to just steal packages off of porches and bring them to him. Allegedly. Ben Johnson shot Harambe, allegedly, says Tommy K.
I saw that. Yeah, I heard Ben Johnson's like court all the problems for the Ninja Turtles.
Allegedly.
Like they're just trying to keep the city safe, and he's just out there causing all kinds of fucking mayhem.
Ben Johnson not only creates great offensive schemes and plans, but I also heard he designs evil doings for Mojo Jojo, allegedly.
I've read that too.
Yeah.
I've read
And
that too.
he designs those helmets that seem to always break and have his brains hanging out, Mojo Jojo's.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson designs them, allegedly.
Yeah. Ben Johnson actually came up with those concussion caps. And they don't even work. He's
don't even work. Yeah, he just looked at his condom.
Yeah.
He was like, wow.
Because he drew a little line.
This cheap hooker that I'm not going to pay made me remember. Allegedly.
This bitches better be wearing jimmies.
All this is allegedly. So Ben Johnson doesn't have what it takes to be a head coach, allegedly. Like, there are reports that he goes around pushing old ladies into the street in Detroit, allegedly. A figure that looks and smells and sounds exactly like Ben Johnson is what the report was.
Smelled just like him.
Smelled just like him.
So I reported it
And
as
that smell, that he is so known for,
gel cocaine
and leftover salmon, because he heats up his salmon in the microwave every day for lunch, allegedly.
That's villainous shit.
That's vile.
Villainous shit. But in all seriousness, when it comes to Ben Johnson, it's weird because we're playing against a team where it felt like the best case scenario for him last year.
Yeah.
Like you become the head coach of the Commanders, you pick your quarterback. There's a brand new general manager, front office. Matter of fact, Lance Newmark, the guy that's rumored Ben wants to pair with, is there right now.
Yeah.
He passed up on it. So it's like it feels like this coaching candidacy, like there's nothing like that available. It's weird that this is the one he finally takes a dive.
And this is not even allegedly. Ben Johnson called the Commanders and told them to turn around the plane when they were en route to come interview.
Literally did that.
That is not allegedly.
That's like an act of terrorism.
That actually happened.
He told them to jump out the.
I'm just saying, turn the plane around, or else. Yeah, I don't know why he had to put the or else in there, but they listen.
Allegedly, or else.
He's a big or else guy.
He's a big or else guy.
He's
allegedly.
a big or else guy.
He's a big
That's how he
ultimatum
gets shit done
guy.
around the facility.
Yeah.
You better run that fucking route. I'm planting drugs on you.
That's alleged. Yeah. Like I said, Ben Johnson allegedly planted the gun in J-Mo's cart.
He ran the wrong route in practice that day.
Yep. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And this is why he should just be the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions
He
forever.
stole J-Mo's phone and put a fucking NCAA parlay.
Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly, J-Mo's just having fun with his receivers at the pool in the hotel. Ben Johnson snuck in there, allegedly when Ben Johnson walks around, you hear like villainous, sneaky music playing in the background.
Well, he plays it in his phone.
Yeah. Allegedly,
he buzzes every time he stops.
And he plays again. He starts creeping over.
That's how they caught him.
Yeah,
picking up dollars at the strip club and recycling the fallen dollars.
Ben Johnson, allegedly his idols as a head coach, and the head coaches he's going to shape his NFL tenure after are Urban Meyer and John Gruden. John Gruden, not the X's and O's, but specifically the social stuff that John Gruden did. But Urban Meyer, exactly how he ran the team, that's what Ben Johnson, allegedly, that's how he wants to run his team. So, I don't know, NFL teams, you should probably just avoid all this controversy. Ben Johnson allegedly gives driving lessons in Georgia, like for the University of Georgia. So maybe not the best guy. Ben Johnson allegedly is not a good head coaching candidate.
He believes that Helen Keller flew a plane.
Yeah, Ben Johnson believes in Helen Keller. Like, is that the guy you want running your team?
When he plays his theme music, he puts his phone in his mouth to give it a dramatic effect.
Yeah. Ben Johnson allegedly spoils every show or movie that he's ever seen to everyone around him.
He ruined Dune 2 for me.
Yeah.
And I made a large investment in that with Dune 1. It was a long fucking movie.
And allegedly,
a lot of setup.
Allegedly, Ben Johnson went into Imagine Theater and bought all of the Dune 2 sandworm popcorn buckets for some reason. Unknown reason.
I found one. It was
but could be tied to the Diddy allegations as well. Obviously, all of this is allegedly.
Yeah.
It's just maybe NFL teams want to avoid hiring Ben Johnson so they can avoid this kind of controversy.
In all seriousness, though, I think the hirings of these guys, they have to build their own staffs, and that's where I get a little bit more nervous.
Yeah.
Because then you poach from within. Guys you know, guys you've drawn these schemes up with. Hank Frey's taking offense coordinator interviews. We keep Tanner Strand. I'm afraid we lose
Deshae Townsend taking defensive coordinator interviews.
Like, these are the guys I think we lose on top of Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn in these scenarios, and that's why I'm starting to get a little bit nervous about them.
And everybody in the chat, we're 2-0 on Ben Johnson's smear campaigns.
Yeah.
So we're going for the three-peat. And if it works, you know who to thank. But no, this is some serious business with these Lions coordinators, and you got to think that they're going to poach some guys off of their own staff to bring into guys they're familiar with, guys that know their system, guys that they work with. So we'll see what happens. Again, Aaron Glenn, I'm kind of assured he's going to go. And we have Alex Anzalone talking about Aaron Glenn that we're going to get into next. But first, let me tell you guys about Dr. Pierce. Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Amon-Ra and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
You want to know where the best pregame Lions party is for the divisional round? Join us at Detroit's very own second best bar at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Located at 42 Watson Street for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy your bye week, then come and enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while watching Woodward Sports pregame show, talking about your top-seeded Lions only at Second Best Bar. Come get some.
Your defensive coordinator, Aaron Glenn, is up for a number of head coaches, and I think he's going to get one of them in this particular cycle. What can you say about him that has impressed you and what you've learned from him?
Yeah, I mean, I say this a decent amount. Everything that is said about Dan, as far as leadership and, you know, culture and development and all those great things, it's him and AG in my mind are, you know, two of the best I've been around, and they're on the same level. And I think, like you said, he's ready for a head coaching job. I know he wants it, and you know, I've seen him develop just as a coordinator and a coach, and it's cool to be a part of. And I think that, you know, he's one of the best teachers that I've been around as far as defensive football too.
You said they're on the same level, though.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I think that AG's ready to be a head coach. I think that has all the qualities and command and leadership and culture setting that Dan has, and he's learned from Dan, and he's developed under him, and I think that he's ready to do it.
So there you have it from Detroit Lions stud linebacker Alex Anzalone, who's been with Aaron Glenn for the majority of his career here. And yeah, the captain, he says that Aaron Glenn is on that same level as Dan Campbell. And that point, Easy, you said it earlier, like that leader of men aspect. You get it every time you watch an Aaron Glenn press conference or an Aaron Glenn post game or whatever.
Sitting up a little bit more straight.
You know, you could tell.
Start sucking in your gut a little bit.
This guy is built to command an NFL locker room. He truly is. And he's going to next year. Whether it be New Orleans or New York, I got a feeling it's going to be New Orleans. But whether it's either one of those opportunities, Aaron Glenn's going to be a head coach next year. And you got the guy who knows him best out of probably any player in the National Football League telling you that, yes, it's going to happen.
Guy who's watched the maturation. He saw it happen from New Orleans to here in Detroit. And then I always talk about that time, we locked eyes and touched hands over the same pizza with Aleem McNeil. And I happened to ask him, because that's when the things were like down about Aaron Glenn. That's when people were talking bad on AG, and I had defend the Glenn. And I just so happened to meet Aleem McNeil. And this is actually a true story, outside of us locking eyes and touching hands over the pizza, whatever not. But I was like, hey, what do you what's the deal with Aaron Glenn? I asked him all kinds of questions, and he looked at me dead in the face. He said, AG's a genius, man. The stuff he's teaching us week by week, helping us learn the game of football, helping us learn these philosophies around the game of football. And I think this is one of the telling moments then. And Aleem McNeil was kind of young and impressionable, I guess, first year in the league at that point. And, of course, you probably get that feeling from your first NFL head coach or NFL defensive coordinator. But then you also have Anzalone, who's been with AG before he was a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Saying these same things. Putting him on par with Dan Campbell. We know how we feel about Dan Campbell. It's the very same situation. You see him on TV, he commands your attention, you're all in, you're locked in, you're bought into whatever he's got to say that day. Aaron Glenn's the same caliber.
I think Aaron Glenn will be a better head coach than Ben Johnson. I think when it's all said and done, Aaron Glenn, I think you look at kind of the Dan Campbell blueprint, and Aaron Glenn has that same blueprint, as well as being an insanely good defensive mind. So you get him a freak play caller, you get him a Ben Johnson of his own, and that could be a very formidable team when you look at the coaching staff at the very least. Aaron Glenn commands respect wherever he goes because he did it as a player, he's done it as a coach. This is a guy that commands respect from all the players in the locker room. He has a play style and play design and passion that players love and gravitate towards. The violence, the aggression, the attack. He puts it on them. He's going to play man coverage and get to the quarterback. Players love playing that style of football. It is attack, aggressive, angry football. And I'm going to miss Aaron Glenn for sure. I think this defense is going to miss Aaron Glenn. I think this city is going to miss Aaron Glenn. And he was taken for granted for a while. House Patience, defend the Glenn.
Yeah.
Started on this show.
Shout out.
And it's looking like I keep thinking everything in me just says he's going to be the New Orleans head coach next year. It just makes too much sense. But New York, the Jets also would make a lot of sense.
For his sake, I hope it's
New Orleans. Yeah.
Who do you think he takes with him?
I think
if Kelvin Shepard has become our DC, could he become Aaron Glenn's DC?
Yes, 100%.
Deshae Townsend. Who does he take?
I think he would take Kelvin Shepard if Kelvin Shepard is not promoted to DC of the Lions. But I think Kelvin Shepard is going to be. Corey Woods, shout out, put out a great piece about Kelvin Shepard pretty much being the heir apparent. Aaron Glenn's been mentoring him, he's been tutoring him, he's been Kelvin Shepard is more than likely going to be the defensive coordinator after Aaron Glenn per Corey Woods. So shout out to him. It was a great post if you want to go read it. I think it's on his Facebook. So we'll see. But yeah, shout out to Aaron Glenn, man. I wish him the best. He still got a job to do here though, and he knows that. His team knows that. It's stuff for us to talk about because we're not day in, day out worried about how to beat the Washington Commanders and what they got to do. Aaron Glenn doesn't give a shit about the Saints right now. Aaron Glenn doesn't give a shit about head coaching right now. He cares about winning the Super Bowl with the Detroit Lions.
Chase, who do you think AG takes with him?
I'm kind of in that Dan Campbell mindset when it comes to like AG and Ben Johnson, where it's like I understand the reality of the situation, but at the same time, like I don't really want to think about that. I'd rather just keep my head in the sand and like focus on the Super Bowl, which is the ultimate goal right now in front of us. Like, I mean, they are very good at what they do, and I know they are getting looked at. I'm just trying to put that outside of my mind at the moment, just personally, just because it's like, you know, if this is our last run with them, I want to enjoy it, and I don't want to be thinking about them halfway out the door already, you know, theoretically, if that's the case. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What?
Just check your messages.
Text messages.
Chris, how do you feel about Aaron Glenn? You think he's as good as gone?
Yeah, I think so, and I do think that the Jets, from what I've heard, they're kind of making a push there. So I'm looking at the Jets as more of a real threat maybe than you. But yeah, he's probably the one I'm more confident leaving than Ben Johnson. And like we talked about, you know, to me, it's not necessarily I'm scared of losing these guys as good as these coordinators are. It's more so I'm scared of also the pieces they're taking with us, because I believe that this regime has been preparing for this for years. So I think they're
so deep.
ready.
It's not only the players, the roster that this Lions team is deep.
Staff.
It's the staff. It's the coaches. It's these assistants. Like there are plenty of capable bodies that are going to step up. Maybe not going to be Aaron Glenn, but they're more than capable of stepping up and taking over this defense.
Who do you think poaches us harder when they leave? Aaron Glenn or Ben Johnson?
I don't think either of them will hit us too hard.
I think Ben hits hard. I think Ben takes Hank with him.
I mean, yeah, they'll probably each take one guy.
And I think half the reason Frank is here is because of Hank. Because remember, there was conversations he might retire.
Retiring, yeah.
Yeah, and they were talking about if he's leaving. I remember Frank actually saying, like, if Hank is half the reason I'm here.
Ben Johnson is notoriously known for stealing things, allegedly.
He is known for stealing things.
But we got more to talk about when it comes to the Detroit Lions. Coming up next, a guy that Aaron Glenn helped shape into one of the best players in the National Football League in Kirby Joseph, a guy that should be a top 2 vote getter for Defensive Player of the Year. I think should win Defensive Player of the Year. A guy that was first team All-Pro. Kirby Joseph was on Kay Adams. Friend of the show, friend of the network. And she asked him about this dirty player moniker that he seems to carry with. Easy did talk. She likes how easy smells.
Say.
We're going to go to break. We're going to come back, and we're going to hear from Kirby and what he had to say about being called the dirty player with Kay Adams today. But first, let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. At Lady Jane's, we take the chore out of getting a haircut. Our talented stylists will deliver an industry-leading haircut, relaxing scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
NFC North Division champions. The Detroit Lions are playoff bound and ready to eat the kneecaps of anyone standing in our way. Follow Woodward Sports as we cover the best season in Detroit Lions history. Go Lions!
Talk about pressure, we live in pressure. That's where we freaking thrive. You did it again.
From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
The live watch party and post-game show, Woodward Sports, are live at Hayes Social every week for Lions games, so make sure you come check us out. Presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. The best Lions coverage only here at Woodward Sports.
I don't know if it matches just the way you play. People don't like the way you play sometimes. I see it on Twitter. You see it on Twitter. Like, how much does that bother you?
To be honest, I ain't coming to this league to make friends. I already got my friends for life. So as long as I got my brothers, I ain't really worried about none of that. And second, man, hey, people don't like what I do, but when they see me, they don't do nothing. So I ain't worried about it. Y'all know where I'm at. Y'all know who I am. Come talk to me.
So the NFLPA Pro Bowl, All-Pro, whatever, and then the Pro Bowl vote, like, does that...
Oh, damn. All right, but I thought there was more to that. But there's Kirby Joseph talking about...
There's more.
Talking about he doesn't give a fuck. And I love that moniker because that's where I'm at. I said it the other week. Like, call us dirty. I don't give a shit. We're beating you. And we're going to beat you. And that's Kirby. This isn't the NBA. Everybody's not kissing and hugging after games. Like, Kirby Joseph's out there to inflict the most pain upon you as physically possible. In a legal way. In a way where he doesn't get fined, suspended, or flagged. Because he doesn't. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And he is there to take the ball away and win games. His job is to hit you. His job is to hit you so violently that you fumble the ball or turn the ball over. And he does a good job with that. So if you don't like Kirby Joseph, I don't give a fuck. Kirby Joseph doesn't like you. And the Lions are going to keep winning. And he's going to keep being the best safety in the NFL, first team All-Pro. He is going to be in the run, which I think he should win Defensive Player of the Year. So say what you want about him, Matt Stafford. Pussy-ass Vikings fans, pussy-ass Rams fans. Sorry, Rams fans, I know you're going through a lot right now. But
they know who's this. So.
Sucks. Kirby Joseph is Kirby Joseph. He's not going anywhere. Because this is what the NFL wants. So no matter what you say about it, no matter how it makes you feel, no matter how much you don't like it, because your players, they get hit by other football players. Oh, no. This is what the NFL wants him to do. This is why he doesn't get fined. This is why he doesn't get suspended. This is why he doesn't get flagged. This is how the NFL wants you to tackle. And he's going to keep doing it because he's damn good at it. So fuck you. Yeah, maybe he is dirty. I don't give a shit. You know what else he is? A first-team All-Pro. You know what else he is? He's a winner. So keep crying from your couch in Cancun, Vikings fans.
That's how it makes me talk to me in show meetings. Oh, your players.
I think we should do the Kirby Joseph stuff first.
He's not dirty. He's playing regular ass football, and that's why I hate the Minnesota Vikings fans. That's why I'm gonna hate the Rams fans. I do hate Rams fans. The Packers fans decided to hop on that bandwagon, but it's nice to know. It's not even actually that it's nice. I have to know. I already knew this. The guy freaking came out and led the league in interceptions this year. He doesn't give a fuck.
Does not.
It's not going to stop him. If anything, I think it fuels him. I think it adds fuel to the fire. He may say he doesn't care, but he cares. That's why he's on Twitter going back and forth with some of these guys. I hate it for him sometimes because it feels like he's giving more attention to the negative guys than he is the actual people in his comments saying, like, go Kirby, we love you, and stuff like that. Because there's that one asshole in there.
Yeah.
You're talking shit to him. And that's the one he always ends up quote tweeting, talking shit. And some of it's funny. I get it, but
Kirby's a troll for
sure. He shouldn't have to deal with it. I think he should just be – he should be able to reap the rewards of being a great NFL player without the dirty stuff taken away from Pro Bowls, giving away escalators in his contract and whatnot. If it was $3 million I think it cost him.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he gets re-signed this offseason, and that's not even a conversation or anything that he's worried about. But, like, that part of it's unfortunate. But I love the fuel the fire that adds. Kirby Joseph's an absolute dog.
He is. And that's just another chip on his shoulder because he is a petty player, too. A lot of the players on this team are petty, and they take shit personal. And so what makes me the happiest is that Vikings fans are so stupid when they say shit like this, and their guy, Harrison Smith, comes out and says, it's not dirty. We all do that. Vikings fans just ignore it. And they're like, no, but he's dirty. He's trash. He should be gone. Oh, so should your safety that you guys love as well. Who said it's not dirty? And who tackles the same way? J.J. Watt, one of the best defensive players in the history of the NFL. Not dirty. Says it's not dirty. Says that's what they want.
Yeah.
Tucker Kraft is the dirty one. If you want to play this game, go look at his blocks. And that is a 260-pound tight end going up against a 180-pound cornerback, not the other way around.
I don't know if it's in this clip that we played, but did Kirby talk about, like, that's how he gets tackled at times?
Yeah.
He said that's how he got tackled in his last interception.
For sure. So, like, I don't know. Go watch soccer, you pussies.
I think one of the coolest parts about, though, watching this Kirby Joseph, like, just superstar come to fruition is, like, we called it. I remember back after for me, it was the Kevontae Turpin helicopter hit.
Helicopter.
Yeah, he caused that fumble in Dallas. And I was like, this kid's going to be a fucking star. And I went there. Maybe it was lack of names then, but like I threw out the one, Ed Reed.
The GOAT.
And he is the only safety to get 17 interceptions his first 3 years since
the GOAT,
Ed Reed. And it's just cool, like, watch that part of it.
And you know what Ed Reed was? He was a violent ass motherfucker, dude. I love Ed Reed. I love those Baltimore teams. Ed Reed was as violent as it gets.
That's what Kirby Joseph is. And again, like you said too, is nothing malicious. He's just playing the game of football.
He's playing football. He's doing his job how he's told to do his job from his employers, from the governing body. So, I mean, I don't know how else to draw it out for you stupid fucking Neanderthals in the Minnesota fan base. Like, if your safety comes out and says that and you still just decide to ignore it, I don't know. Maybe you should just go back to eating crayons in the corner.
Tom Beckman in the Woodward Sports Chat says, Mike Tomlin salivating over Sam Darnold. He's a perfect quarterback to go one and done with. It's true. That's what he's known for.
That is true.
Chase, do you think Kirby's dirty?
No, I think there's a difference between being a tough player and being a dirty player. And I think you got to be dirty when you're not tough. And Kirby's shown he's one of the toughest in the league. That's why he's as good as he is.
Bars.
That was bars. Do you kind of hope you see Stafford again?
If you're not, what is it? If you ain't tough, you got to be dumb. Or if you're not dumb, you better be tough.
Yeah.
If you're not dumb,
if you're dumb, you better be tough.
I think it's if you're not dumb, you got to be tough.
Well, not dumb people aren't tough. I guess I can't say that. There's some tough, smart people in the world. Dan Campbell's one of them.
If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
Yeah, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
That's true.
That's
and Vikings fans are dumb and not tough.
That's the craziest combination.
Yeah. And
Like,
they're from
you're
Minnesota.
fucking
You
soft.
think like
Yeah.
that's like the salt of the earth. Also,
The tough asses of Minnesota aren't on Twitter.
Yes, yeah, that's fair. I'm sure there's a lot of tough guys in
They're out there
Minnesota, but
hunting,
none of them are
fishing.
on Vikings Twitter.
No. Frank Ragnall's from Minnesota.
The guys on Vikings Twitter are fucking pillows.
Literally fucking pillows. We're not calling them pillows. No, there's this guy who's literally fucking
having
a pillow
sex with a pillow
on Vikings Twitter.
And Minnesota again is the single most poverty city in the sports city in the entire country. Like that is well documented that they are the most poverty sports city in the entire country. So don't ever let them tell you anything about winning because they don't know what it is.
Super chat from Tim Belts, going to get a Lions tattoo Friday night.
Hell yeah! What are you going to get? Oh, Super Bowl? Going to get a Lions
I was
Super
gonna
Bowl
say,
tattoo.
Is that
calling his shot? I mean, and Jason Terry did it.
Yeah. We're just not going to jinx us is all, I guess is what I'm trying to ask.
No, it happens all the time.
That's true. People die every day, G. He ain't dying, though.
He's not dying, bro. He's getting a tattoo.
He said that happens all the time.
I think
So
Easy
people
just
die
threatened
every
him.
day.
I think Easy just
Motherfuckers
threatened
die
him for
every
if he
day,
fucked it up with the jinx. He's like, people die every day.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, could be an infected needle.
Would you wait until the... No, I don't. Not with this team.
What?
I was going to say, would you wait until you're in the NFC Championship? But we're going.
Yeah. To get a what?
I was just... The tattoo.
The Lions Super Bowl tattoo? I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't get it until they won the Super Bowl, personally.
Yeah.
But
I'd wait to the Super Bowl. If you get one player tattooed on you from this Super Bowl run, who would it be? Or would that moment have to happen? Are we still waiting for that moment to happen? Yeah, that'd be a good one. You got that tattooed on your laptop.
Yeah, I got it tattooed on my laptop.
Here, let me zoom out. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I can't really see it.
It's too bright.
Not helping. It's all right. What? Just no. We're
Damn
just
it.
yeah.
Let's try to move it away from more, and Chris is moving the camera too. I'm Miggs in the Woodward Sports Chat with a super chat. He said, offense will have a field day. I'm looking for Brian Branch or Kirby Joseph to capitalize on a critical Jaden Daniels mistake, inevitable as a rookie. Like I said, Aaron Glenn's going to make him look like a rookie in this game. And I expect it to be a big man. I think we're going to get a big man in, dude. I truly do.
That'd be fucking sick.
I think it's going to be Zadarius
Do
or
we
it's
know
going
who
to
we're
be
gonna Are we going to be
AQM. We don't know yet. There's things still be working out.
Okay.
As of right now, we are at Hayes Social.
Easy would be like Wayne Brady as a thug.
That's
Wayne Brady got to slap a bitch.
That's a great segment, dude. Or a great skit.
I was had my heyday. I was a character.
Easy's a notorious crash out, is what he's trying to say. Let's go to break. We'll come back and we'll talk something. But first, tell us about
$5 super chat. You guys program the show. Whatever question you put in there, we'll talk about.
Boom. There you go. Tell us about 1800, Chris.
1800 Tequila is the smoothest tequila in the game and now a proud partner of the Detroit Lions and Woodward Sports. As they team up for Woodward Sports Lions watch parties live at Hayes Social in Shelby Township. So if you're in the area, tap in. If you are not, tap into the stream on YouTube, on Twitter. You know where to go. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest tequila in the game. Please drink it responsibly. And also, do not forget to get the custom-made bottle, a special bottle for a special season. Please drink responsibly.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
If you're not doing your game day with Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza and Signature Wings, you don't know ball. And you're doing it wrong. Contact Soroki's, whether it's on Soroki's.com. Find a one near you and get yourself some Signature Wings and the best Crispy Chicken and Pizza at Soroki's.com.
Soroki's. Shout out to Shogun, by the way, fucking sweeping the Golden Globes, dude. They deserved all of that.
Hell yeah.
That was a fantastic show.
I think they cheat. They cheat a little bit. It was good. Like when you put your show and all subtitles, like you're forced to pay attention. Or like some shows, half the plots probably missed because you're on your phone sending dick pics and whatnot.
Yeah, but I don't think the people voting on the Golden Globes are dicking around on their phones when they're watching.
Oh, everyone's dicking around on their phones. What do you mean?
That's fair.
Yeah. There's a globe right here, boy.
Dude, I'm watching. Have you seen
Golden Globe?
Have you seen Prison Break?
No, but I want to.
I'm watching it right now. It's really good.
What is it on?
Netflix.
Nice.
Yeah.
Netflix.
It's also on Hulu.
I like Netflix.
Also on Hulu. Yeah.
Also, shout out Netflix for there's these paid subscriptions, and there's obviously a lot of good content on there, but you pay and you still have to go through fucking commercials. That's such bullshit. Shout Netflix for keeping it real. You're paying the money. I know it's gone up, but you don't get a single goddamn commercial. I love that.
Yeah.
It's bullshit to pay a subscription and still watch commercials. I hate that shit.
That is stupid. Chang Vicious in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat, he said, 4-way tag team match. Who are your NFL partners? So it's me and three NFL players?
Hey, yo.
Or maybe you two?
Hell yeah. Oh, us two?
Maybe.
No, I think.
Well, okay, I'm going Penn and Sewell.
4-way TLC, so 8 dudes?
Oh, yeah. No,
TLC tag match.
Yeah.
Table, ladder, chair?
You each pick your own partner. You guys are separate teams.
All right, I go first. I take Penn and Sewell.
Fuck. Damn. Give me George Kittle. He's a wrestling guy.
George Kittle's a good one.
He plays the Stone Cold track every time he catches the ball.
I'm going to take George Pickens.
That's a good one.
Crash out.
He's a crash out.
Good to get good heel to get the fans going. He'll probably come in with a chair a couple times.
Give me.
You guys are always supposed to get one.
I need to match your Penny Sewell.
Okay.
You guys don't understand how WWE works. They're saying 4 teams, not 4-way.
What?
They're
saying. It says 4-way.
Yeah,
it says 4-way.
Yeah, but that means
4-way TLC tag match.
So
who are your NFL partners?
Tag teams are 2.
Who are your NFL partners?
Oh, so that'd be the 4.
So, to have more than one partner, you have to have more than 2 guys on a team.
But it could be.
How the hell you wake up, go to sleep
each
dead?
Wake up.
Each of you having a partner.
Well, we're doing it this way. All right, we each got 2 already, and the fourth member of my team. I feel like I want a defensive end.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a defender.
Myles Garrett, maybe.
Crazy. Oh, that'd be a good one.
He's good with weapons. We know that.
Yeah. Does that have to be current players?
4-way is 4 teams. Is 4 teams of what? 2?
Yeah. That's what tag matches are. So I'm guessing
we're doing
maybe
it this
he
way.
wanted each of us to like each pick a partner.
Oh, we're each picking one person?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
But you got like
I
7
pick Penei
draft
Sewell.
picks. So.
I pick Penei Sewell.
Okay.
Me and Penei will be the. I don't know.
Bride and groom.
Yeah, something weird. I was thinking of like.
That'd actually be hilarious. You're in a wedding dress. You know, fucking.
I mean, I got his merch on. Shout out
hard.
Kiwi Clothing, by the way. Make
Shout
sure you
out.
go. He's the guy who did the heavyweights merch, and he's got a.
Oh, isn't that kind of cool?
It's very cool.
He's like blowing up the Detroit.
He's a cool
scene
guy.
now.
Very cool guy. He did some collabs with Lions players. He did Penei Sewell, Dave Montgomery, other guys like that.
Should we keep it Lions players or just keep it NFL?
NFL.
You're
All
good. NFL crash outs. I'm salty. Is Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter would be a good one.
Yeah. Bill Romanowski. He didn't play in the NFL.
Richie Incognito
Richie
would be a good
Incognito.
one too.
Wait, who's Bill
That's
Romanowski?
that's
Is that a
basically
guy-
just Hulk Hogan.
Is Albert Hainsworth a crash out? I didn't know that.
Albert Hainsworth is a crash out. Yeah.
I remember he got that big ass
He was fighting his
contract and it
players or
just
whatever.
disappeared.
Spenny got to clock in for WWE Raw on Netflix. I should watch. I don't know, man. I feel like if I didn't get into it when I was a kid, like I feel like it's going to be really hard for me to get into it now. I did see. I saw
did like
the
the Dom
Logan
storyline.
Paul when him and whoever it was like both jumped off the top ropes and like collided in the middle of the.
Scissored.
Yeah, that was cool. Because that like you can't fake that. They actually hit.
They just.
But I don't know. I can't watch all the like backstory and soap opera. I don't like soap operas. Like I couldn't watch Power. You know the show Power?
Yeah.
It was way too soap opera-y for me.
I couldn't do Fresh Prince. What's the new one called?
Oh, the new one?
Bel-Air? Yeah, I couldn't. It's way too
I heard
dramatic.
good things about it, but
He's
I didn't
like,
watch it.
Thanks for saving my life, Uncle. But this ain't the life of me. I'm like, bro. This is the fucking.
It's like an anime.
That shit was corny as fuck. I couldn't get into it. Chris.
Lawrence Taylor. Dude, Lawrence Taylor would be a good one. He'd be doing crack before the fucking fights.
Yeah. I would pick Lawrence Taylor for sure.
That'd be a tough guy to beat.
That would be a tough one to beat.
Sean Taylor, RP.
Did anybody end up watching that 30 for 30 with Brett Favre and the one dude who you stole the sack from?
No.
Where he's like, I want my sack back, Brett.
Oh, you're talking about Mark Gastineau
Yeah.
from the New York Sack Exchange?
Yeah.
He did what? Oh, because he gave it to Michael Strahan or
Yeah,
whatever? Yeah.
It's not fair. I want my sack back, Brett. And Brett's just like,
The fuck you want me to do? I steal from charities now. Like, I'm past that.
Yeah, exactly.
Brett Favre's a piece of shit.
All right. Chris
Don
gave us,
Don is a fire anime, Tony Snow. Yes, it is.
Don?
Yeah, very good.
Chris gave us a glorious pro comp for Cade Cunningham, and it was Jason Tatum.
With dribbling.
With dribble and playmaking.
And so I asked him to get back in his bag because Detroit Pistons has some up-and-comers in Sar Thompson, an up-and-comer in Ron Holland, and I want some pro comps.
We're doing this all in 6 minutes?
Yes, sir.
All right. Jesus. All right. I got to send these to myself because I didn't want you guys to see them. So I got to send them. I got to slack them to myself.
Oh, God.
Chris
He had his
I didn't want you
moment,
guys-
Chris
had
is
his
slacking,
moment
bro.
and he
I
wasn't
want you guys to
prepared.
see it.
He's slacking.
I
He said
want
it
you to
himself.
see it.
You are slacking.
You are slacking.
No, not at all.
How
Not
many
at all.
gu-
I
how
just
many
didn't want you
guys-
to see it.
I King Horse says I'm picking the executioner, a.k.a. Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
I mean, he starts with a
He's
gun.
got a weapon.
Yeah.
Who do you think would have the best wrestling gimmick? I can see Hernandez up there.
Myles Garrett.
Wow, what's his?
He'd hit people with helmets.
He just comes out with helmets?
Yeah, he gets 2 helmets. Yeah.
I feel like George Kittle would be pretty.
George Kittle would be good. That was a
Yeah.
good pull.
He might just copy Stone Cold though.
Yeah.
My favorite
Who
thing.
else would have a good gimmick in wrestling?
Did you watch the Vince
Jordan
McMahon
Addison.
documentary?
He would have a good gimmick.
He just comes in crashing out.
Yeah, really fast, and then when it matters most, he just doesn't show up.
Rasheed Rice. That's the same thing.
Yeah,
Henry
Rasheed
He's a
Rhodes.
tag team partner, and like his partner needs him, he just
disappears.
like the way the Undertaker shows up, he just disappears. Him and
Xavier
Justin
D
Jefferson
says
could do that
Montez
too.
perfect. That's like
That'd be a
more
good one,
street
too.
fight than wrestling because he'd actually try to kill somebody.
All the best. I think the reason why wrestling sucks now is all the best wrestling gimmicks have been done, and the ones that were great were to the extreme.
Yeah.
Like that one I showed you, JBL hunting down the Mexicans.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was insane.
That was wild.
Vince is such a piece of shit, dude.
Vince is a wild.
Fuck JBL.
Ray Lewis says
I hated JBL.
I'm salty. Says Ray Lewis, you'd have the shank.
Ray
Because
Mysterio
as a
retired him.
heel, that you have to get the audience to fucking
Yeah.
hate you, and they used to be willing to go to the extreme. Like JBL chasing
Baker would be a
Mexicans.
good
That was
one here on
wild.
Mark.
Well, I mean, Vince McMahon had that one too, where he
Called John
walked up-
Cena inward.
No, he
Keep it up.
No, he walked up to. Wasn't it Booker T or whatever? It wasn't.
Have you seen that?
I think John Cena was there.
That was at
That's an
Olympia.
LCA, yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Chris?
I think John Cena was there, but it was obviously in front of, I think, Booker T too as well. Because I think John Cena was like, "Hey guys, this isn't cool." And
yeah.
Booker T, yeah.
John Cena's got
Messy.
some crazy raps. Like,
Bro, I used to think
Hank can
that
speak fluent Chinese.
I thought they went so hard growing up, and then
Oh,
you listen
yeah.
to them now, like that ain't even right. It was
oh,
so
yeah.
fucking
I didn't mean like
bad.
they were good raps.
James
I mean,
Harrison would be a good
he's
one.
got some like, oh god, I can't believe he said that. type
Cringe-
shit.
oh yeah, for sure. There's one he's like in the locker room making fun of everyone like at a dinner, and like there's like Hornswoggle in there. Like there's I don't even know. It was bad. I thought he was so sweet. I remember those raps being way cooler than they actually were.
Yeah, it sounds like WWE.
It was pretty WWE. Vince was probably writing the raps.
Did you send them to yourself yet?
Yeah, I got him. All
right.
You'll go to break first or what?
We can go to break.
Give him 2 minutes.
I don't know, man. This guy, we ask him to do stuff, he gets all sheepish. We can go to break.
What?
Do you
No,
want-
I said we could go to break. Like, yeah, let's go to break. Come back. Let's do it. I'm not gonna go through all these guys in 4 minutes or
You're
2
gonna
minutes.
do what we fucking tell you to do.
Yeah, you just like that British only fans girl.
Oh, dude. Wait. Was that the girl with the 100 guys or whatever?
The 1,000.
That's
No, it wasn't 1,000. It was 100.
1,000.
it was
100.
it was 1,000
Or was
guys.
this
No,
the
it
was
more recent
1,000?
one?
Yeah, there's a new
Bonnie
drop.
Blue hit
It was
1K.
1,000 guys in one day.
Oh my.
She's literally got the paper up like freaking Will Chamberlain.
That's Ryan's arch nemesis.
Bonnie Blue. The
No,
girl
Ry-
with some of 1,000 men.
Yeah, Ryan does not
jealous.
he does not like Whoas. So
Who's?
Whoas. Let me tell you about
God.
Caesar Sportsbook. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Make sure you tap in. Use code word Woodward1000 and get up to $1,000 back if your first bet doesn't hit in bonus bets. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Scan that QR code right there and use code word Woodward1000.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
New Holland Brewing Company and Taller Long Drink. It's delicious gin-based cocktail made with real grapefruit puree. It's a Michigan-based drink, a Michigan-based company. So support local and get some Taller Long Drink from New Holland Brewing Company.
I went to type in that girl's name just to find the photo.
What's her name?
Bonnie Blue.
Bobby Blue?
Bonnie Blue.
Bonnie Blue?
I just sent the video to you, to Chris, but I forgot like
Video.
Yeah, it's not. It's a. It wasn't a picture. It was a video. I didn't find it. But I forgot like
That she's a
Twitter's
porn
equally
star?
a porn search engine as it is.
Yeah.
Like a search engine.
And
so.
you just saw. You saw
some of her work.
500 of the 1,000.
No, just one lucky guy.
Well, welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights Live. Make sure you smash that like button. We are reviewing porn live on Woodward Sports dude, oh my God, that made me think of that. Remember the website stuff?
No, what?
When they were asking us, like, when we were first building the Woodward Sports website. Yeah. Oh, that shit was so funny, dude.
The boomer stuff that goes behind the walls of Woodward Sports.
When we were first making the Woodward Sports website, the higher-ups asked us in the group chat, they're like, can you guys send us examples of websites that you guys use?
Oh, yeah, we started sending
and stuff that you like that you're like, oh, that's cool on a website that we can adapt to our website. Me and Easy just sent them a bunch of different screenshots like Pornhub and shit, like all the search bar shit. And
they started an avalanche of everyone sitting their favorite porn star.
Maz, Ryan, everybody. Oh, I remember watching her. Oh, dude.
Ryan's the best because I didn't see that one coming.
Ryan's was the best for sure. I love Ryan Ermanni.
Shout out.
But speaking of which, Chris thinks basketball is basically porn. And he loves these young Detroit Pistons players. He made some comps for them. I didn't know how to segue off of that. So you comped some of these young Detroit Pistons to current NBA players?
No. I mean, some of them are still in the league, but just players that were similar. But no, they're all of the same. They're all of the same area. They're all of the same like era. They're not. Nobody's going back to 2001 or something like that. So it's not too far. So
all right, give us your first one.
Do you want to pick? I did all the guys. Or do you want me to just throw one up?
Just throw one out there.
All right, I'm gonna throw one up. This one I've seen on Twitter too. So I like this one, and I think this one has a lot of merit to it. Ron Holland for Jaylen Brown. Now, if you look at those numbers there, pretty similar outside of realistically just 3-point percentage. 3-point percentage is obviously in Jaylen Brown's favor, but a lot of what Ron Holland does, is very similar to Jaylen Brown. He reminds me of Jaylen Brown in the sense that he was a very raw athlete, good at finishing at the rim, had the physical tools defensively, has a good motor, but ultimately just needed to work on that 3-point shot. So, I think that's more of a ceiling for Ron Holland, and I tried to keep it within the bounds of ceiling, but also reality for these players in these comps. But I like this one. I like this one a lot because I see him being a number 2 or a 3 on a championship team like Jaylen Brown is, if Ron Holland hits his ceiling.
Well, Jaylen Brown's the number 1 on a championship team. We know that. Let's get that straight.
Well, you can argue like it's a 1A, 1B
with Drew Holiday,
1C. Yeah. Well, no, Tatum's the 3. My bad. Yeah.
No, but I'm joking. Obviously, yeah. I get what you're saying, and I hope Ron Holland could turn into Jaylen Brown.
But you watch the tape, and like I watched tape from his rookie year, and it seems
it's similar. It's aggressive. Ron Holland is more fluent when it comes to dribbling the basketball and attacking the rim. Like he could dribble with his offhand, unlike Jaylen Brown, who still can't do that. And he's a multiple-time All-Star and Finals MVP. The shooting is the one thing that hopefully Ron Holland can get his shooting to the level of Jaylen Brown. I'll be very happy with that.
So what are you grading the comp?
I like it. I'll give it a B+.
I'll give it a B.
B? Okay. I'll take that. And one thing I think that points in Ron Holland's favor is the free throw percentage. The free throw percentage was much higher than Jaylen Brown's, and usually free throw percentage and 3-point is correlated. He shot 80%. Jaylen Brown shot 65% at this point. So I think that's a favorable one. The next one I want to bring up. All right, let's do this one because this is the one I'm the most proud of. This is the one I think is like accurate to a T. I almost think this is exactly what his career is going to be, minus obviously the injury. Jaden Ivey to Victor Oladipo. If you look at their numbers, they are almost identical. They are almost identical on both as of 4, basically 16 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. The only difference is Jaden Ivey shoots the ball better from 3 at 35% to Victor Oladipo. But ultimately, these guys are the same. I think when you look at them, a lot of the comps that came up was like Russell Westbrook, John Morant, those type of players that are more wiry athletes than Jaden Ivey. But if you're looking at pure productive standpoint, Jaden Ivey is more like a Victor Oladipo, where he could, if he has his own team, the fantasy that Easy always imagines if he's casted away. If he goes to a team like Indiana, he could lead you to a scrappy playoff team.
Yeah.
I think he could do that. I think he can have one season where he looks like a super duper star. Now, obviously, that was cut short due to injury. But in reality, I look at Ivy as like a third best player on a championship team. And that's what I think Victor Oladipo was before his injuries. I think this is a good comp. I think this is a guy that has some playmaking, has the physical tools to be a great defender, is great at finishing at the rim. You're relying on him more as a finisher at the rim than a three-point shooter. But I like this comp a lot. This is my favorite one I've done.
I like that comp. I do. I think Victor Oladipo would have been a very good player in this league for a long time if it wasn't for injuries. He was a stud.
He was a dog
at Indiana, man. Like, he was a stud at Indiana. And obviously he had some great years to start off his career, but the injuries derailed his career. Oladipo has better defense, didn't he? Said Cartier.
Yeah,
for sure. But Jaden Ivey was playing
get there.
Jaden Ivey was playing some pretty good defense so far this year. So if Ivy can get there, I think he can, because like you said, he's got the intangibles, he's got the length, he's got the lateral quickness, he's got the ability to be a good defender in the NBA. So I like this comp, Chris. I do. I'll give this one an A.
I'm gonna give this an A. I like it a lot too. And like, it makes a lot of sense. I think that's spot on. There's not much more I can say on top of that one. That's A.
Yeah,
that's a ooh. Dude, do you guys know that guy on TikTok? He does he reviews. Sorry to derail your segment, but he reviews like lists, or he does those list makers, and it's normally like nasty food, and he's got this like southern accent. He's like, that's fucking disgusting. I'm giving that a 6. It's top tier content. It's so.
Can you rate these in that accent?
It's Victor Oladipo. I like that one. I'll give that a 1. He's really funny. And he's like, it's like nasty ass food, and like picture pops up, and he's like almost throwing it. He's like, what is that, a fucking octopus? I'm gonna give that a 7. It's really funny stuff.
No, another one that I see that's unrelated, but you just made me think of great like content pieces is the guy who does the singing mashups.
Yeah,
the
True-Boy
big
Jacob.
dude. Yeah, that dude is so funny.
Sipping on promethazine when Lee and I fell in love.
Yeah, no, that's fire. Okay, next one I got, because I'll say what I think is the most risky one for last, but I really like that one too. This one is tough. Jalen Duren is the hardest person to find a comp for, just because you look at the physical tools of him, and you look at Dwight Howard, DeAndre Jordan, all of these guys, and it's really hard to find a good comp for him because he's either got some of those traits or none of those traits. But when I dug the numbers, his closest comp is actually DeAndre Jordan. And, DeAndre Jordan's defensive metrics weren't as good as we thought coming into the league. It did really blossom in years 5, 6, and especially when Doc Rivers came to town. So that was kind of what changed. DeAndre Jordan has always been a better shot blocker than Jalen Duren to his point. But look at that. They shoot almost the exact same field goal percentage, 0.01 off of a percent. Like, they're identical elite finishers. Obviously, Duren is a much better free throw shooter. So,
it's just 0.1%.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Well, no, I'm talking about the free throw percentage. He's much better. But the
field goal percentage.
Yeah,
yes.
Field goal, they're damn near identical. So, I've settled into liking this one more because when you look at the numbers, they do pretty accurately reflect. It's just that DeAndre Jordan had some better defensive scores, but really it wasn't until his 5th or 6th year that he took off. And so another person I went down the rabbit hole of looking at with him was Jared Allen, because I wanted to see Jared Allen. And Jared Allen, the nice thing about Jared Allen is he did have higher defensive numbers than Jalen Duren coming into the season, but ultimately, he experienced a massive jump in what year? Year 2 of J.B. Bickerstaff. So it gave me some reason to be very positive, because his first All-Star season was J.B. Bickerstaff's 2nd season coaching. So I kind of like that one too. But where are you guys at with Jalen Duren, and what would be something you would think
this
about?
This one's gross. I'm giving it a 7.
I would give that a 7.
No, I don't know. Is this DeAndre's first 80 games?
This is his first 3 seasons versus Jalen Duren's first 3 seasons currently.
So only 37 games his first 3 seasons?
For who, Jalen Duren?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that factors in a lot of injuries.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna give that an 8.
It hurts only because DeAndre Jordan didn't amount to like what we thought, or what he could be.
I
love DeAndre Jordan with Cade.
I think Jalen Duren is a different type of athlete than DeAndre Jordan. I think he's more fluid. I think he's a better ball handler. I think he has a better shot. He's a better offensive player than DeAndre Jordan. Like DeAndre Jordan is literally only catching lobs and putbacks.
Duren's throwing lobs.
Duren can throw lobs. Duren can.
It's a tough assignment though.
His post game, it's a tough assignment. His post game has definitely shown a little bit more this year, but I think Andre Drummond is the best comp for him because he doesn't have the effort. He's got all the physical skills in the world, but he doesn't have the effort. He doesn't have the defensive prowess. And like we saw Andre Drummond taking the ball up the court, like we see Jalen Duren taking the ball up the court. So maybe the numbers don't match because Drummond was brought in as the centerpiece of a team, and Jalen Duren is not the centerpiece of a team, so the numbers aren't going to match. But play style wise and ability and playmaking and mentally, I think Andre Drummond is the comp.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I actually do agree with that. I just, of the ones I found, DeAndre Jordan was encouraging how there was some similarities at least. And I wouldn't expect him to be DeAndre Jordan defensively, but that's what I want, man. Like if you could just be that with an elite playmaker like Cade, you don't need all this other stuff that Jalen Duren has. And I'm not trying to limit his game by any means, but the last one I have, and this one gets me excited because I think this one is a home run too, but it's either gonna land or it's gonna completely miss. Here we go. Asar Thompson to Draymond Green.
I mean,
I love this one.
I see where you're going with it.
I see where you're going with it, yeah, but Draymond's not the athlete that Asar is. Not even close.
Exactly. So
it's like a Draymond dish if you put some fucking Cajun in it or something, some spicy.
It's what I've been screaming with.
He's a YN Draymond, which is.
It's what I've been screaming with Asar. It's the reason why I'm saying plug him on a team like Denver. Plug him like Draymond is a guy that is absolutely great at amplifying the talent around him, and Asar obviously hasn't had much of that coming into this season. So I love this comp just because I think he's a perfect utility Swiss knife. They're different utility Swiss knives, but they do the same things. Asar is actually pretty much an inch taller, but 15 pounds lighter, so they're not that drastically different in frame either. Wow. So I like that, and of course I was encouraged by the fact that Asar is a better finisher on the rim, but obviously Draymond could actually shoot the three, and like you said, I do think Draymond's three or his passing was better, even though the numbers show that they're pretty similar. I do think Draymond Green is a better passer, but ultimately I think Asar is just, we got to look at him as not a typical four. Look at him as what can he do? What can he bring to the table rather than just traditionally what people of his skill, of his size and frame do?
I would comp Asar to Dennis Rodman before I would comp him to Draymond Green. I think that Draymond plays a very specific role on a very specific team, and Asar is the Dennis Rodman level of athlete. Like just one of the freakiest athletes in the NBA. I don't know. That's a hard one too. That's a hard one to comp.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard. I did want to stay more moderate. The way I'll push back with that is that I do think Asar has better finishing around the rim than Dennis Rodman, and I think he's also a better playmaker. I think he's actually a really good playmaker. I don't think he's quite Draymond Green, but I know he does have some good processing. He's shown some good timely ability to cut. He's shown some great reads. Sometimes he just forces a pass, or sometimes he's anticipating things, but he has shown some great reads. So I like that part of it, but you're right. These two in particular, Duren and Asar, are so hard to comp, and I think that's what I walked away from this with, is the idea of that some of these players are kind of just different and unique, and we're going to have to give it time to see if they actually fit around a guy like Cade Cunningham and what Trajan is building this roster out to be, because these guys are a little different.
Yeah, I agree.
Demond Dice threw Iggy in there. I like that one too.
Iggy a little bit. Iggy could shoot.
Yeah, Iggy. Remember Easy? That was when we were on the phone. That was one of the first people we looked at, and we were like, "Oh no, Iggy can shoot." My bad.
Yeah.
So.
That's tough. Asar's a tough guy to comp, man. There's not a lot of players that have come through the NBA like him.
But I think there's value in that.
There is value in that for sure. Good job, Chris. Very well done. Let's go to break. Let's come back. We can give a little Red Wings take. Red Wings playing the Sharks tonight. But first, tell us about Mark White.
Mark White gonna do you right. Mark White gonna change your life. Save up to $5,000 in the closing costs of your new home, too. This is my guy, Mark White. Visit him at markwhitesales.com or call him at 248-290-8242. That's 248-290-8242 or visit him at markwhitesales.com.
The Detroit Lions are in the playoff push.
Guys, I'm so freaking proud of you, man. That's the way to show up.
And Woodward Sports is your official, unofficial Lions network. Make sure you wake up every day with Wake Up Woodward, followed by Big D Energy, Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, and of course, the heavyweights. Detroit's #1 destination for all your grits and Lions coverage. Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
New year, new car. How about a new car? New year, new you. How about a new car? Les Stanford Buick GMC is here for you. Get a 2025 Hummer EV SUV for 24 months with 10,000 miles a year for only $699 down, just a $1999 down payment, or a 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab, 24 months with 10,000 miles per year, only for $359 per month. Sign and drive, no down payment required. GM discount required for both. Get to Les Stanford today or click on the QR code on the screen and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick GMC, lesstanford.com.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa. Trajan Langdon, Executive of the Year?
Yes.
Shout out Tom Jones.
I mean, if you're a betting man, that's a favorite right there.
That is crazy to me.
Is it though? Look at what he's done with this team that was...
It just feels like the most competent. It's all he's done is be competent.
Yeah, he makes good decisions. And that you take a team that was arguably the worst team in the history of the NBA.
I mean, he was hardly given an offseason.
Didn't make a lot of splash moves.
No.
But the moves he made have been extremely important. Like Tobias Harris, like I said.
Beasley.
Tobias Harris can't play a lick of defense at all. But his offensive impact has been important, especially since Jaden Ivey's been gone. He's been a consistent scorer on that team. Obviously, Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr., you bring in two shooters. You bring in Paul Reed to be a good backup center when you need him. And then signing JB Bickerstaff was the best move he made.
Yep, that's the one that seals the deal for me. It's like you absolutely nailed the coach hire. And I know we all had our skepticism coming into it, but ultimately he nailed that hire without a doubt. This was the perfect guy to get into. Instill a culture this fast and get this type of results is incredible. So to me, I think he's definitely Executive of the Year or in the running. Just for reference to people that are named, because I know people don't know NBA GM names like that. It is the New York GM. It's the GM of the Cavs. It's the GM of the Thunder, and the GM of
I feel
Dallas.
Like all of those teams.
Weezy D313, Tobias Harris, spacing.
Spacing for sure, yeah.
Amen. That's a great point.
All of those teams you expected to be good. Maybe the only one you didn't expect to be this good was the Cavs. but you still expected them to be a top 4 team in the East this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think what the Pistons are, I think if the Pistons are in the playoffs, he's winning it no matter what.
Yeah, especially if you avoid the play-in.
Yeah.
Like if you're talking about 6th seed or higher, or dare I say even hosting a first round.
Dare you say?
Dare I say?
There he says. But on top of that, speaking of GMs, Steve Yzerman made a move to bring in a new head coach. And the head coach he brought in was Todd McClellan. And since then, the Detroit Red Wings are 7-1. Now they are facing the San Jose Sharks. And this is a must-win for the Detroit Red Wings. This game at home against the San Jose Sharks is a must-win. And Spencer, you're crazy. They won 7 in a row. How could this game be a must-win? Because their next games are at Florida, at Tampa Bay, at Dallas, at Philly, home against Montreal, home against Tampa Bay, home against Los Angeles, at Edmonton. You got a really fucking tough schedule coming up here, so I think this is extremely important to cap off this homestand with another win before you go on that Florida trip. And I really like what I'm seeing out of these guys, man. We talked about the veterans stepped up. We talk about the stars being the stars. But what Tom McClellan is getting out of guys like Johansson and Gustafsson is just night and day. Like, Gustafsson looked like the worst hockey player I've ever seen under Derek Lalonde. Under Todd McClellan, he looks like what he was advertised as when we got him. A guy that can run the point on the power play, a guy that'll give you some scoring from your defense, and he can make a play here or there. He's not the greatest defensive defenseman, but he can make some things happen in the offensive zone. We're seeing that under Todd McClellan. I really like the way the Red Wings are playing, man. It starts at the top, obviously, with their stars. Patrick Kane has been one of the best players in hockey over the past 8 games. Dylan Larkin. We had the list yesterday. Larkin, Kane, DeBrincat, Raymond were all in the top 5 in scoring since December 29th. So shout out to Todd McClellan and shout out to the Detroit Red Wings for getting their head out of their ass. Chase, is me saying that this is a must-win against San Jose, is that too far?
No, I don't think it's too far. I would say it's a can't lose. I wouldn't say it's a must-win. I'd say it's a can't-lose game because it's like they're a horrible team, and you are at home, and you are about to go on that tough road trip. So I think you can't lose this game. Because they are so bad too. That's another reason why
they're a bad team. Sharks are a bad team.
Yeah, I'm saying they cannot, and they in a way in both ways that you can frame it. They won't. And they can't.
I agree. I think they're going to go out there, and I think they're going to take care of business against the San Jose Sharks. And again, this is kind of there are storylines in this game. Like Jake Wallman having a great year, him coming back to Detroit. You got Todd McClellan. Obviously, he made his name in the NHL with the San Jose Sharks. So this is a game that he's going to want to win. So I think they get it done for the Todd father.
I mean, people who are clamoring about Wallman's success in San Jose, he was awful for us last year.
Yeah.
Simon Edvinsson in 30 games already outpaced and outscored all of what Jake Wallman did. And what we've seen out of Eric Gustafsson since Todd McClellan took over should get people to shut up about Shane Gostisbehere too, because he was only here to put up points for one season, get a contract with another team. He was not he had good numbers last year. He was just here to stuff the stat sheet so he could go play for another team.
Yeah, Gostisbehere was never going to be a part of the long-term future, even though obviously the thing that everybody loved Gostisbehere for was he saved the season. That catch to keep the puck in the zone.
Backhomed.
And then eventually, Gostisbehere, great player. I love Gostisbehere, and I would love him here, but Chase, he was never a part of the long term.
He had the second lowest plus-minus on the team.
Yeah.
Only worst player was Lucas Raymond. And what did Lucas Raymond do? He played off his...
A lot.
He played out of his mind down the stretch. Even more. He did even more than Gostisbehere. He scored the goals that kept us in the playoffs.
I agree. And... yeah, dude, this team is just fun to, much like the Pistons, excuse me. This Red Wings team is fun to watch now. They're playing an aggressive, attacking brand of hockey where they're getting downhill, getting pucks to the net, beating people in the corner to get the puck out of there. It's fun to watch. You see Casper on the Larkin line now. I like that. I like that move there because that gets the kid more freedom. He doesn't have to worry about messing up every time he's on the ice. He can do what he does. Be a big body, go battle for pucks, and get some easy points, and then you're going to get set up because people are going to be paying so much attention to Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond. Casper's going to have a lot of opportunities to get the puck in the back of the net. So I'm really happy with the way the Red Wings have been playing. Obviously, how can you not be? They're the hottest team in the NHL since Todd McClellan has taken over, and hopefully they keep it going against the Sharks.
Speaking of hot, how about Johnny Burgers?
Johnny Burgers, dude. I love the kid, man. I get like every team needs a Jonathan Berger, and like he scores goals. He is a sniper. That's what he does. He's not going to be your complete player. He's not going to do everything. But every time he's been in the NHL for the Red Wings, he has scored goals. And I'm happy to see him continue that going. We were talking about this at Sean's. Obviously, there's a lot of hockey talk going on in Sean's. But I was talking about Nygaard, the guy they drafted, and how much like Red Wings fans are going to love.
I kept saying that name.
They're going to love this kid. Like, first of all, he's the first Viking drafted in the first round. Like, the guy is legitimately a Viking. And he is going to be a playoff forward for the Red Wings. He's big, he's physical, he hits people, he fights people, and he is a sniper. So, like, this kid, when he gets up here, obviously it's going to be a couple years, but he's going to be a fan favorite. Yeah. I told D-Mac, like, when D-Mac, I called D-Mac after they drafted him, and D-Mac's like, all right, tell me about the kid. I was like, D-Mac, you're going to love him. Like, you are going to love this kid. And he's going to be fun to watch, man.
Yeah, he should be a big physical forward checker, which is exactly what we need. We have some really solid forwards right now, but we need some more size.
Yeah, we got small guys in the forwards, but we got some size. Soderblom, hopefully, he'll be up here next year.
D-Mac loves Soderblom.
D-Mac loves Soderblom. Nygaard is going to be a guy. He's a big dude. Like I said, he's going to be a forward checker, a guy that's not going to let people bully Lucas Raymond and some of the smaller guys. Casper is a pretty big guy as well. So I'm excited to see what these guys do. I'm excited to see what this team looks like next year, because like we have a lot of holes in this roster next year with guys leaving, and there are a lot of players ready to take those spots, whether it's Danielson, ASP, Sebastian Kosa, whoever it is. This Red Wings team is fun to watch again. They're I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year, just because the East is so tough. Like the Atlantic, especially the Atlantic might be the toughest division in sports. But the East in the NHL is just absolutely insane. But we're going to go to break. We're going to do some mailbag coming up next. Red Wings, Sharks, tune in. Boys are fun to watch. And this should be a pretty comfortable win for the Red Wings against San Jose at home. Easy, tell us about Jars.
Jars, cannabis guys, if you're looking to increase or elevate your mood, whatever spirit you are in, Jars Cannabis has your back. Make sure you check them out. They got 27 locations across the greater Metro Detroit area. They got locations coming to Milan, Madison Heights as well. It's top shelf quality, unlimited variety, prepped for the people. ShopJars.com.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Sabbath Coffee Roasters, delicious locally sourced coffee delivered right to your door. Ask Emma, she thinks it's the best. It's a Michigan company, and they, like I said, they'll drop it off right at your doorstep. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Sabbath Coffee Roasters, support local and just enjoy the best coffee in the game. Sabbath Coffee Roasters. What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights, live on woodwardsports.com. Please smash like button. Thank you joining. For Easy, for Chase, for Chris,
Yeah.
I am Spencer, I'm a Swedish plumber. I've come to fix your pipes. Get your mailbag questions in the chat. Ask Easy why he smells. John effing Lord, the first one I see. Mailbag, when do you think Augustine going to get the call up? I think Augustine will be not next year, but the year after. I think they'll give him a year with the Griffins after he leaves MSU. Next year, hopefully he stays with MSU, but next year is going to be Sebastian Cossa. That's going to be his time. But then the year after that, I think Augustine will be able to be ready to go. And as soon as he makes his first start, I'm buying his jersey.
Chase?
I want to get his MSU. I think I'm just going to get his MSU jersey.
You an Augustine guy?
There we go. Now I'm unmuted. I would say, yeah, roughly like the same expectations on the timeline. Who knows, like, what's going to happen with Stevie Y? I already have no clue when we're going to see Cossa. So to try and, like, predict when we're going to see Augustine, who, you know, is essentially further down the prospect pool than Cossa, who knows? Hopefully next year, maybe, like, late in the season, the way we saw Edvinson late last year in games, getting a little bit of time in action. But you were still like a year away, at least.
Cossa, I'm pretty positive Kossa's going to be up next year.
Yeah.
Next up, mailbag from the Runyon. How salty are Mike Florio's tears today?
So salty, and they're so delicious. If Amon-Ra St. Brown ain't living up to his contract, what the fuck is Justin Jefferson doing? That's my question. If Amon-Ra St. Brown ain't living up to his contract, what is Jordan Addison doing on a rookie contract? Not living up to that one either. Fuck Mike Florio and his Minnesota Vikings.
Fuck them.
And then tears taste great. They're fucking, I'm pouring them on everything.
Yeah.
Tears on everything.
Tears
like coffee.
Yeah, tears in the coffee. Tears in the Sabbath. Tears in the Sabbath. That sounds like a metal
band.
song.
Yeah, it does.
Or Black Sabbath cover band. Tears of the Sabbath.
Yeah.
We should start it.
I'm down.
Generals gathered in their masses. I know that. I do that at karaoke.
Had a tear on my fucking omelet, on my scramble.
Tears on my scramble.
Tears on my scramble. Oh, well, I'm not making song names, but yeah.
That could be a good one.
That would be a good one, too. Yeah. That's going to be Jaden Daniels.
How you
this
like
weekend.
your eggs? Fried fertilized.
Jaden Daniels got some tears on his scrambles this week.
He's going to have some tears on his scrambles for sure.
Mailbag. Did y'all hear Big Lions news? Allegedly, Ben Johnson started. I can't say that loud.
Don't say that one. Way to catch yourself.
Yes. Shout out.
Spenny, let's hear your death metal growl. I'm not a big death metal guy, not going to lie. I've never tried this before. I can do it. I don't know how they do it.
What?
I just sound like a boat. I don't know. I don't know how they do it.
Motherfucking D-O-double-G.
Yeah. I'm not a big death metal guy. I like metal. Death metal's a little too much for me.
What you asked
You don't
me?
listen to music, right? You're a big sit in silence kind of guy?
I more listen to like.
You did say you drive in silence.
Yeah, I will drive in
shit.
silence, but I mostly listen to like podcasts. I listen to a lot of stand-up comedy.
Chase masturbates no porn. He just raw dogs it.
Hey, dude, when you got a good imagination, you don't need it.
That's fair. That is actually fair. Been there.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a death metal guy. Arf says sing like the Cookie Monster. All right, you guys are gonna need to put some super chats saying you want me to sing like the Cookie Monster. Danny G says Spenny sounds like my 2001 Impala trying to start.
Yeah, I made that joke one time to somebody. I made that joke that
mailbag
EDM sounds
from
like
Justin and SC. I think I saw that in there. Any Minnesota Vikings free agents you like to pluck?
I'd have to see their defensive free agents, but I don't want anybody on that offense.
You don't want anybody on that offense, you said?
No.
No. Yeah, me either. Probably defensive.
White man voice. X is going to give it to you.
How about that Sam Darnold kid?
Fuck waiting for you to get it on your own. X going to deliver it to you.
Oh, Byron Murphy's a free agent for them.
I wouldn't mind Byron Murphy.
Aaron Jones a free agent. Cam Bynum's a free agent.
Oh, they're falling apart.
Yeah, but
we already got solid sellies.
Don't they also have
They
a
are
shit ton
falling
of cap
apart.
space though?
Not as much as the Lions, I don't think.
What?
2025,
The Vikings?
What?
Wasn't that what we were talking about? Cap space?
Cap space.
I think they got
yeah,
crazy
$70
amount.
million in cap space I saw.
The Vikings are.
What? By the way, too.
They're sixth in cap space.
Don't forget they gave us Jameson Williams.
They have $3 million more in cap
no big
space
deal.
than the Detroit Lions.
And they drafted Lewis Senior.
The Patriots have
Detroit,
$125 million in cap space.
I really can't believe they did Gerard Mayo dirty like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
1 year, the rookie quarterback,
and
like,
nobody on your roster.
That's fucked up. Put in context, like Dan Campbell went 2 and what?
New Orleans has negative
14 for
$71
sure.
million in cap space.
Oh, dude, New Orleans is in such a terrible cap situation.
I feel like they have
But we
been
say
for
it
the
every
past,
year,
like,
and
5
they
years.
avert it.
Yeah.
I'm done shitting on them about it. They figure it out every year. I don't even know they're waving at us.
Well, that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button for Easy, for Chase, for Chris. I'm Spenny. We're the heavyweights. Appreciate you tapping in. Peace.
Genuine confusion.